What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Spooky, and today I'm going to be telling you about killing Ankous in the wilderness as a Slayer assignment. So this video will have two parts. The first part will be the fast way, and the second part will be the safe way. So check the timestamps for whichever one you prefer. I'll start with the fast way because that is what I recommend, but in case you don't want to do it that way, you can check for the second half of the video. So to start off, the location of the Ankou are in the Wilderness Slayer Cave, which is a multi-combat zone. It's obviously more dangerous because it's multi-combat, but it's way faster. The drops are better, and you have a higher chance of getting a Laren's Key, which is a huge incentive for doing Wilderness Slayer. So the best way for getting there is using a burning amulet to the Chaos Temple and then just running northeast through the little forest and looking for the cave entrance. Alternatively, you could teleport to the Corporeal Beast if you for some reason don't want to use a burning amulet. So when it comes to inventory, there are quite a few things that you want to keep in mind. One of them is having a level 20 plus teleport to be safe, so something like a Amulet of Glory, Ring of Wealth, or a Royal Seed Pod. However, you don't need these. You can use something like a Ring of Dueling as long as you don't go beyond level 20 Wilderness. The next thing I recommend is using something to restore your prayer. So you could just use prayer potions, but I recommend using super restores and also bringing along Ceridome and Bruise. This is for combo eating in case you get attacked by PKers while killing these. Next is cannon and cannonballs. I really strongly recommend bringing a cannon and cannonballs, just because these are higher level. They've got higher defense, and it's just going to take such a long time to do this task if you don't bring a cannon and cannonballs. It is optional, however. The next thing is bringing a combat potion. This is not required, it's just recommended to speed up your task. The next is bringing good food. This should speak for itself. You don't want to get killed if you get attacked, so you want good food. The next is an Expeditious Bracelet or Bracelet of Slaughter. The reason I say either one is because you may like or dislike this task. It's definitely not a bad task, and if you're not getting killed, it's actually a pretty good task. There's some decent drops and obviously the potential for Laren's Keys. And lastly, a looting bag is optional because a lot of their drops are stackable, so you don't need a bunch of inventory spots for all of their drops, but I would personally choose to bring a looting bag. Next is going to be gear. So if you choose to kill them with a cannon, as I recommend, then you'll want to be using prayer boosting gear. This is so you can just leave on protect from melee. The next thing you can bring is a salve amulet. It is effective on Ankou, but I personally just chose not to bring it. It's not a big deal. It will certainly bring up or speed up your task, and you also have the option to bring a Slayer helmet if you have that unlocked. And the last note is you should have a maximum of 4 good items, and this is in case you're not familiar with the wilderness. You don't want to bring more than just a few good items because you will lose them on death, obviously, and you only get to keep 4 items if you're protecting an item when you die, so just keep that in mind. Lastly, this is pretty self-explanatory by now, but how to kill them, I recommend using a cannon and praying melee. It's pretty simple. Leave auto retaliate on. Keep an eye on your minimap for white dots appearing because those are probably PKers. So you just want to place your cannon somewhere in the middle over here and use protect from melee and just go to town on them. Now I'll be talking about the slow and safe method for killing Ankou in the wilderness. So the location is going to be at the Forgotten Cemetery, which is single combat. Again, it's slow but very safe. You probably won't run into any PKers here, and if you do, it won't be too hard to escape from them. So the way to get there is very simple. Just buy a cemetery teleport from the Grand Exchange. It's only like 2k. and it will save you a bunch of time. But if you for some reason don't want to do that, you could buy a burning amulet, teleport to bandit camp, and run northwest. So when it comes to killing Ankou, you want to probably safe spot behind tombstones. This is because if you're choosing to do this method, it means you probably have a lot of time, so you don't want to waste resources, which means you want to just do something like safe spotting. So I recommend standing behind this specific tombstone and safe spotting behind there. And unfortunately, you will get attacked by Ankou here and there, but it's not a huge deal, especially after 10 minutes when the aggression wears off. So in terms of inventory, you do want a 30 plus teleport, so something like charged Dragonstone or a Slayer Ring. Next, you'll want some Super Restores and Ceridome Brews. It's very unlikely you get PK'd here, but in the event that you do, maybe bring 2 Ceridome Brews and 1 Super Restore, something like that. And if you choose to range them in your low level range, you could bring something like ranging potions. Again, looting bags are optional. And then lastly, you'll want to bring some decent food. Yeah, that speaks for itself. And lastly, you're just going to make sure you've got some good range boosting gear that's cheap. So obviously things like black d'hide or whatever d'hide you can wear. Salve amulet is again optional if you've got one, and a maximum of 4 items is all I can recommend. You don't want to bring more than that in case you die. So hopefully that has covered everything you need to know about killing Ankou in the wilderness with this new update. If this video helped you, please drop me a like, consider subscribing. I'm going to be dropping Slayer videos for all of the new locations, so keep an eye out for my videos on those. And other than that, just thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.